Now that you're all signed up, the next part of this tutorial is going to be how to set up or how to start posting. Now, as you can see, they're labeled right here. This one's labeled physics, this one's labeled AP physics, and then there's one labeled electromagnetics. And so this one, only a few people are going to be on here. This one, AP physics, obviously will be on here. If you're in regular physics, don't post in this. And if you're in regular physics, this is the one you're going to primarily be on. You can go to off topic if you want to, but all that's kind of unnecessary. I mean, certain announcements will be in there and other things like that. But other than that, most of your stuff is going to be in the physics thing. Now, what you're going to want to see, what you see here is you have several categories. These are not individual threads; these are forums. And so what they are is they're boards actually. What they are, what the purpose of them is to sort of organize everyone's threads. So if we go into here to class discussion, we can see that most of them have been created by Mr. Askey, but they're like on this one, rocketry is canceled. Basically, it's telling you, this is where stuff that happens in class or stuff that's relevant to class will be posted. And then the next one, instructions. You can read that before posting. I mean, it's really it's basically what this video is in text form. And then so take-home test is where you can post questions about take-home tests that you have. Like, you post a question, you're like, okay, how do I solve this? And then someone will come on here and help you. Someone from AP Physics, a previous student, or even Mr. Askey will come on there and answer it for you or help you work through it to better understand the problem and hopefully get to the answer yourself. But then you get homework help, which is the same thing, except it's based off of homework. And then your fall semester calendar, your spring semester calendar, really all that's there for is to tell you about changes and stuff that's coming up. And so when let's say we click on take-home tests, we can see that there are these threads here like, okay, this is the format you want to use. This is not the format you want to use. Take-home test 5, that's not specific. That doesn't tell you what problem you're on. You want to do one like this. You want to do take-home test, the number of the take-home test, and the number of the problem. And then so once we click on that, it says new if you haven't read the new post on it yet. And so you click on that, and it gives you all this information about the progression of what's happened so far. And so that one, Mr. Askey's already answered. Let me try and find one that has a little bit more work done on it. Okay, let's see here. Most of these can be answered pretty simply. So, okay, here's one. So basically, as you can see, the progression of the question, it really it's a pretty helpful tool because you can work through it. With this one, you got one-on-one with Mr. Askey in this situation. And then, so, basically, if you want to post in something, then all you have to do is click on one, and then, let's just show how to create a new thread first. So to create a new thread, you come over here to the top. This is where, like, say you'd create a question or post a comment or post a good link you found on the internet. So you create the thread. You type in your subject, whatever you want the thread to be called. Let's say take-home test 6, number 14. And then so from that's what pops up with when you're browsing through the threads that are currently up there right now. And what you're going to want to do here is, you type your question or whatever, and then from there, it's pretty self-explanatory. Someone will answer your question. Make sure you post it in the right forum, though. Make sure you post it in the right board, because if you're in regular physics and you post in AP physics, it's not going to frustrate anybody, but it's not where it needs to be posted. I really want this to be an organized system, and random questions everywhere isn't going to do that. And so basically you type your question out here, and then from there you post it, and then someone will help you work through it. And that's really the basics on how to start posting. If you watch the next video, it'll be more about how to add images or how to comment on things and use the other features of the forum. So those are future videos to expect. And that's all. So, yeah.